The mission of CRICS is to serve the servant and to provide a quality family-oriented education to our children, to our students.
That is really central to what we believe is part of being the body of Christ, is pouring back into ministers.
One of the great things about being able to offer this education here is that those people can keep their families together on the field, in the context where they're working, so that God can not just use one member of the family, but the whole family, including the children, to serve in this area.
Behind me you can see the fruition of the efforts and the prayers of many people to see this vision become a reality. We are in the process of the building project. We have part of it completed enough that we were able to move in to this facility on October 31st of 2011, and we had our grand opening in January of 2012. However, we're already at capacity, and we've been having to divide rooms in order to meet the needs that we have with our current student population of over 100 students. In order to continue serving the servant, meaning primarily our missionary families that are coming to this area to serve God in various capacities, and also to continue reaching out as a light into the community of Chiang Rai, which is predominantly Buddhist, we need to expand our facilities. And so today I'm here to share that with you. We've begun the process of building a smaller building on the front of the property, designed primarily for our younger grades of K through 2. And that will allow more space in the current buildings for our older grades. As you can see, the foundations have been laid and the pillars are going up. At this point, we've received an income about 2/5 of our total need to complete this building. We trust that God is going to provide for that. But we also recognize that in order to move into this building by August of this year, God will have to move in some mighty ways.
Mostly I'm excited about these students that we have in our class because they're learning and they're growing and their families are being able to continue on doing the work that they're really called to do here. So this is kind of an example of what all those buildings really mean, is that what's happening in this classroom. So,
starting in June, we begin our rainy season. And you can only imagine what happens to this when we get a lot of rain. It becomes quite muddy. We've been able to oil surface our driveway in, but this parking lot area that we are now needing for more space for our families as they bring their children and teachers as they come to teach is totally just mud at this moment. So this is another part of the project that we are raising funds for. Standing on the back side of the school, you can see what has been completed up to this point. We have the administration building behind me, which is currently doubling as a classroom building until the future time that we can have a classroom building that's separate from that. We have the library, which is a 2-building component that also has doubling classrooms at the moment. And then we have classrooms and the cafeteria that are completed in part, at least, enough that we can use them at this time. This whole area has to serve as our sports area as well, as we have no gymnasium facility at this time. That will be another future endeavor down the road. Of course, if anyone would like to donate for a gymnasium, we would be grateful for that as well.
And just seeing his hand at work in this community that's much larger than the school itself, but that getting to be a part in some way of this overall kingdom that God is building in this part of the world is very exciting and motivates us to stay and be part of this work.